Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another City Skyline experiment where we're going to be playing around with the industries in this episode. What I want to kind of find out is, can an industry or industries, multiple, completely support a town or a city? And what I mean by that is, we're going to build a little town and we're only going to add in residential. Now we're going to have no industry in terms of zoning or commercial. And we're going to build industry, so the only way for the kind of citizens to be employed and earn money is by working in a physical industry, whether that's the forestry, the quarry, the oil or the farming industry, the 4 ones you get from the DLC. Now, I'm not too sure about commercial. I don't know if I have to place some of that in or not, just because of how the game kind of works, but we'll kind of find out. But ultimately, the question I want to ask and get answered is, can an industry support a city? So we're kind of on one of the maps that we get with the kind of industries DLC. And straight away, there's a few little spots you can see. There's oil there, farming, forestry, ore, all the good stuff around there, which we're going to take advantage of. So first thing first, let's buy some land. Now, we don't have the super demand, nor do we have the infinite money. So this is going to be quite fun to see how this is going to go about now. So we'll buy 3 little spots there. So we've got 4 in total. And this will be the area we're going to be working with then. So let's see then. I think what we should do first then is focus on building the residential area or the start of the city. And then slowly start to focus on industry as people start to move in. So here is then, you see with the highway, the entrance point to the city. Now, do I want to use or make this continue to extend down here at some point because of traffic problems? Maybe. We'll see how it works. But ultimately, we'll do what we all know and love. Roundabouts. We'll drop our first one. Should we drop our first one here? Right, let's drop it there. Bam! And we'll get rid of the little extendy bits. Kind of delete this to about here. And this is going to be the basic infrastructure to the city. So it comes in there. So we'll have this bit sticking out to about there. This one coming down to here. And then we'll use the super amazing bendy tool. There we go. Well, that's for that one. We want this one, don't we? Maybe we do it from this angle. Just got to reverse it. Okay, sweet. So we'll set this up first. We'll do the extended bit for the other area eventually. But we'll just get the residential area in first. So there's a roundabout. We'll have a little entrance point that comes off and then bends around, goes in that direction. Down here too for industry stuff, but this is going to be the main connection here solely for the residential area. So let's have it first then stick out to about here, and then we're going to make it, if I bring it up by 2, no, we'll bring it up by 1, make it go across. Is this not got a snapping grid? Oh yeah, it has. It's just not snapping for me. To here, and then we'll make it go this way to about there, and then we'll do some bends and stuff now. So delete the little bits there. We want the bends. It's gonna be a really nice little kind of place we're getting set up. So a bend there, and that's gonna be the main road that focuses through. So we're gonna get all the kind of residential areas set up here. Eventually have like a little bridge that goes over to a little bit of farming area. And maybe down here in the future, if we focus on that, because I don't know how well this is going to work, we'll have a road sticking out which will come down for the forest industry. So we'll get that sticking out as well. So let's say we go up by about here. And then we have this come down to about there. So as well, we'll create a nice little bend. And there we go. So let's focus on getting all the kind of infrastructure set up, all the roads set up for the residential area, and then we'll start to build some industry. This is going to be very interesting, very, very interesting experiment. So we've got some basic infrastructure now set up. The roads are now all connected, and this is going to be our big, beautiful residential area. Nice big bendy roads coming off it. We've got a few little parks and whatnot down, got the water down. Got the sewage plant down here, which is our little basin. Got the kind of incinerator, which is going to be our garbage and our electricity. Hopefully, we can get it all up and running perfectly. Just give it a little bit extra water too. So all it's missing now then is some residents. So we're losing 3,000 a week, so it's probably worth we get them in very, very soon. We'll do a mixture of kind of high density and low density as well. So let's kind of pause it. So we'll do this whole section here, high density, because you can kind of think of that as being downtown. All this area here can be low density as we squeeze it in. And as we kind of filter around, that's when it then slowly starts to become upper and lower, kind of like, you know, mix itself in. So I don't know whether to do all this low density here, because this is the start, low traffic, and then high density all here. It will give us quite a few residents, which again, the whole experiment is to see if an industry can support everybody. So we're going to get as many as we can in, because we're going to get loads of workers as well. Now, we don't have any super demand mods in or anything like that, so it's going to be natural how it gets the residents in. So we'll see how it goes. Now, we won't start producing power until the residential starts producing garbage for that plant to, like, you know, kind of do what it needs to do. We've got a couple of garbage trucks now just kind of floating around. So while that starts then to kind of all come together and build up, we're going to now take a look at setting up some industry. So the easiest one to do at the moment then is the forestry one, because we have a huge, beautiful forest here. Now, if I was to build a forestry one, how expensive are these buildings? 30,000, 12,000, 20,000. These are the big ones, 25. So they're not majorly expensive, but they're going to cost a couple of 100,000 to get a decent area set up. Now, we're also going to need to take advantage of the railway network here to export the goods for that industry out. And at some point, we're going to need a way to get the residents over here, down here working. So we need some good transport routes as well. So let's first take a look at the forest industry. So we're going to want an area where we can first set up our workers. So we kind of want a little area. So they're going to come down here. And they can come down here, and then at some point we'll probably set it up on this side here, the worker section, or yeah, we'll do it here. So let's build a little road. We'll kind of go for the industry road. Where is it? Beautiful. And we'll come off here then. So we'll bring this up, and then we'll create a nice little squared loop, and we'll just right there we go. And we'll kind of see now then what we can get from this. So let's go to the original building. We need the main forestry building, the main house. So we'll set that up. Where should we set it up? Like dead in the middle? Let's go for that. And it's the worker barracks that we need quite a lot of. So we first need to paint the industry for it. So it's called Beach Sawmill. So we'll paint this whole area here to be it. Let's go for the large one. The large painting tool. There we go. We don't know how far we're going to expand it, so we'll just kind of cover this in. There's going to be no other type of industry in this area anyway, so we'll just take advantage of that. Right, so residents are now moving in, and we should be producing garbage soon. There's already a demand for commercial too. So again, back to the industry. So worker barracks. Okay, we'll start with one there. How much are these, by the way? 12,000. Okay, they're not super duper expensive, but they kind of are. And they can have a total of how many workers? 35 workers. Okay. So 35 workers for the barracks. The beach sawmill at the moment can only house 110. We're going to need also the maintenance building for the forestry, which we'll put center there. So that's what the workers are going to be. So now we need then the first area, or the little section where they chop the wood down. So let's go back to this road. And we'll have another road come off here. That's going to go straight up. There we go. Which will eventually connect to this. So make sure we got that 90 degree. There we go. And we're going to create a nice little bend. If it will allow us to. How's that? Sweet, mate. So a nice little bend going round. We'll probably do the same up here. Just because I like adding bends to stuff. There we go. So a nice little loop there. So that'll be the ring road for this whole industry. So let's start then with buildings that produce. And we'll create a road coming out. Goes up by 3. We'll go across by 3, down by 3. Again, across by 3, down by 3. And they're the 3 entry and exit points to this whole little area. And then we'll also go up by 3, up by 3, and of course up by 3 as well. So this is where the area is going to be where we produce the wood, chop the wood down, so to speak. So we're going to go with a couple of buildings to begin with. So when I say chop the wood down, plantations. That's kind of what I meant. We grow it to cut it down. So which one is, we got large plantations there. We also have these ones, large tree sapling fields. Which one produces the most out of everything? It's going to be these ones, 10,000 a pop. The maintenance on them is not super duper high, which is good. So I'll do one on every side there. Again, we're not going to go too crazy with the production just yet, because we want to keep, well, we want to make sure that we make profit. That's the kind of main goal for this. So they're going to need water. So bless them with some beautiful aqua. And these guys need water too. Nice. Are we producing power yet? Not yet. We still got to wait for trash to come in. Everybody's only just moving in right now. What seems to be the issue over here? Everyone's like deciding. No one's sure which lane they need to be in. So let me tell them. If you're in that lane, you're going straight on, boy. You make your mind up where you want to go. Sort that lane. Dedication out straight away. Right, it's all falling in, which is good. They're screaming for power. We understand this, but power will come soon when this starts producing it. Right, so this is where we kind of create the wood. And then we need a place to store the wood. So what we do is, on the opposite side here, on these junctions, we come out by 3 as well. Out by 3, out by 3. Now, we want these to be one-way systems for the traffic flow. And then once you've got those little one-way systems set up, we'll come out by 2. Like that. And then, so we're going to have the export maybe over here, but we need the production. So if you get it there, you got to go for the one-way system straight down to store it. If you're picking it up, we want to push them that way round. So this is where then we create a sticky out connection here. So that goes out quite a bit. And we'll bring this down to about here. Stick this out by 3, down by 2, cut it in. So out by 3, connected. Nice. Then we go up by 2 again. And this is the section where we turn it into wood. That's the correct word for it, isn't it? Right, so is it too much to get a bend on this? Right, it's not bad, no, but we want that to be a one-way route. That way. And a one-way route out that way. So we'll see how the traffic flows. So you're pretty much coming there, into here, down to there. Ultimately trying to keep this road as free as possible. And then we want to export that good stuff. So we'll create them. The road coming up. And to about there. And we want a nice little bend on it. There we go. So I could create this as also a one-way system too. And then it comes out here. So why don't we try that? So to there. Right, we'll do some bends again in just a moment. So delete, 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 delete. It's a weird bend, isn't it? There we go. And of course, upgrade this whole shebang to be a one-way system. And obviously it's got to go this way. Nice. Okay. We'll see how this goes. Okay, that's all up and running now. Are we now producing the power? Still not quite producing the power, as it hasn't actually. Oh, the garbage reserves are there. It's got to start outputting it. Oh no, it needs power for water first. So what we'll do, we'll drop that there because it needs water for that building to work. Makes sense. So that should now start working because it has water. And then once that starts producing power, we'll delete the other thingamajig. Apparently the sewage is backing up. It has a huge draining capacity. Wait, is this not connected to the drainage? No, it is. Oh wait, it's not. Very weirdly. Oh no, because that hasn't got power either. So that also is going to technically need a little bit of power. Right. Once this is now working, it should. Once I see power output go up, the other stuff is being deleted. But we'll let it have its moment for now. We'll let it have its moment for now. So we got the buildings that we grow. So let's just go back into play mode. Then we need the storage buildings, which we'll place on this side. Which will go for the big log yard. Sawdust. Doesn't really matter which one we go for. So log yard. The big boy. We'll have there. How much is that again? 10,000. We have the wood chip storage, which we'll have here. So we got 2 dropped in there. We'll keep them there. We're going to expand on it. We're just going to create like a very basic one to begin with. And then we need the buildings that produce it. So that produces wood. And that produces paper. So we just need the big boy ones that produce the most. So what we got here? We got sawmill. Right, these are the big boy ones, aren't they? Yeah. So this one will have. Apparently, it's not in the industry area. Oh wait, it stops there. Okay. Nice. And I'm gonna have one here, and then the other type of industry, we'll have it over here. Okay. Right, they're going to need power and water. We're going to do some awkward piping just to get it all thrown in. That's the main thing. Right, still not producing power just yet. But it has no reason not to start producing power. Produce freaking power, please. It will at some point, but how is the city coming along? Dying of death, of course it is. But beach sawmill, we had a little bit of sale from output, which is good. So we'll see how things tick along now. Are you now producing power? Still not freaking producing power. Come on, boy. Come on. So last things last then, or first things first, or next things next. I don't know what it in English right now. While we have the money to do it, train, cargo terminal. We'll get that thrown in. And then we'll connect up the railway network. Like that. But there we go. Connected up both sides. It's gonna need some waters. Now you're producing power? No. Oh, okay, it's now producing power. Okay, I lied. Right, goodbye. To you. Goodbye. To you. Now, with these beautiful power grids that we're now going to have set up. There we go. all areas will have the powers. They will have the powers. Hopefully. Let me see if this works. If that there is connected to this part. Oh wait, this part isn't even connected over here. Right, there we go. That should be up and running. Power, power, power. So apparently that is not classed as being connected. So if we place it like that. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. We just got to give everybody else power now, too. So to there, to there, to there. We're going to hook this up to the power supply, too. I'm going to run this all the way down. This is industry. There, to there. So the easiest thing then to do, bam, straight over here. Why is this not connected? Oh, is it now all of a sudden stopped producing power? Oh no, we're back up and running now with the power. Oh, Gucci. Okay, right. So that's all up and running then. The only thing that needs a little bit of power now then is the train station. There we go. We're going to go into some serious debt right now. But hopefully we can turn things around with our sawmill now being set up. We'll see how it works. So we're going to go into a ton of debt. It is slowly reducing. So what we'll do now, we'll take out a loan, the big boy loan. Right. We'll get the needs of the city. So it's going to need a... what's it called? Crematorium. It's going to need some policing. So I'm trying to get like the stuff that's not too expensive, and it will kind of just settle the needs for now. So we'll just go for the cheap one of each. And we'll do one elementary school, which will drop up here. We'll give them a little bit of education. We'll let the city sim for a little while. And hopefully we should start to turn a profit. We can only pray. We can only pray that this is going to happen. So, beach sawmill, we have potential to have 480 workers. We only have 225 at the moment, so hopefully that should slowly start to increase. And hopefully this starts to turn a profit, because we're gonna need some money very, very soon, guys. We're gonna need some money very, very soon. So, production versus output. It's not amazing. Hopefully we can do better with that. But yeah, money's starting to go down a bit. We've got power, which the more population we get, the more garbage they create, the more power we produce. So that's always good. We just got to let it run its course and make some money. Okay then, so things are now starting to turn around a little bit. We're kind of floating between some weeks we make profit and some weeks we don't make profit. It all comes down to when the actual forestry here kind of exported some goods. So you can see at the moment we're losing 2,000, 1,000 is now eventually getting into profit, eventually soon. But we're losing a lot there, but you can see a lot of trucks now driving to the export area, and now we're making profit, so it's kind of cool. So I feel like then if we had, because we got 32 tons of production, we just don't have enough of a, you know, kind of processing production. So I feel like if we had a few extra buildings right now to produce the stuff, we could constantly start making some profit. So let's go over here then. We've got the pulp mill over here, and the so let's get this. Let's get like another pulp mill in. It's gonna place this here. And how much is it gonna cost us? 25,000. Right, we'll keep the pulp mill in for now. And hopefully that should start to produce more stuff for us, because I want to keep a little extra money left over. I kind of got in a city park as well, because this is another way for us to start making money. Again, without having any commercial or anything like that in. You see, there's no commercial in. To prove this, we're making no money of commercial, none of industry, offices or anything like that. We're making some of industry here. Weekly profit is looking pretty tasty. So the bead sawmill over here then. Now that we have additional paper production, so hopefully we should start to see a higher output of that now take place. So once we got this sawmill slightly up and running, we might think about doing a farming one, but we need to make sure this is successful enough to kind of run this. Everyone seems to be fine with this. Everybody 100% seems to be fine with this. If I go back to this here and kind of check out the workers, we need like well-educated and highly educated ones, so education is going to play a big part in this. So we need to be able to make sure we can, you know, settle that up. I got these little roads in too, so when they export it, it can come back too easy. It's like a big circle you just go through, big loop. Right, are we producing extra now? Yeah, we got more export going up. We're at 3,000 in weekly profit there. That's not bad. So as time goes on and we make more and more money, we can add more buildings to this, expand it, which is going to completely be self-sufficient. We don't have any industry, zoned industry, or commercial. So industry can support a city. In the long run, I don't know. We're going to see how things go. But at the moment, it seems to be doing a pretty good job. Oh, did I just build something? I don't know what that was, but something happened. But we're now at level 3 sawmill. Weekly profit is looking solid, mate. So I think I'm going to push it. So we've got 25,000 there. Let's push it a little bit. And let's add this in. So the weekly production versus, see, it's probably worth, yeah, because I'm just looking at it. Yeah, it's worth to go with one of these. Right, let's place another one of these in. It's going to destroy some of the electrical grid, but we'll kind of, well, no, we don't need to fix it because it all kind of hooks up there. So another one of those in. Oh, it needs some water. And that will also now increase our production for the timber. And then we'll have more export goods of that. So how much do we actually have in storage? Well, we have quite a bit in storage. So we don't need to build any storage anytime soon. We can focus on production buildings. And then we're going to be exporting for days. So I've been continuing to expand the forestry right now. Got a few more production buildings, a few more kind of plantation buildings there. And we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. Total profit's 500 at the moment, but when we export, I've seen some weekly profits go over 10,000. So it's starting to happen for us right now. It's all coming together, which I really like. We've got quite a few workers as well. And it still seems to be holding up the city pretty nice. Pretty nice. Like, if we go into it and go to, like, unemployment, only 36% unemployed, so we still need to create more jobs for them, but the more stuff I place of this down, the more we get in somewhere. We should look at now also the unique factories, because we can get, like, a furniture plant down, or a factory, which not only provides jobs, but also can turn that stuff into even more profitable stuff. So where do I squeeze, like, something like this down? Maybe over here, or something? Kind of like to give these guys work, or maybe over here. Let's keep it like on this side, over here somewhere. Let's go here. So we drop that there. Has he got the water? No, he doesn't have the water it's gonna need. Power wise, it's not gonna have the power either. So let's give it. Do these guys require power? I feel like they don't, do they? Right, let's connect over. Sweet. So we got a little factory there, which will produce furniture, higher quality goods to what we're producing in this little sawmill region of our forestry. We got nearly 80,000. So why don't we up the production levels of what we're going at? Let's kind of do it like a nice little expansion. Let's kind of place down some more sapling fields. There we go. Have we got enough to kind of build some more of these production buildings, like a pulp mill? How much we got now? 50,000, yeah. We have, boy. So that can go there. This can go over here. And that's spending all of my monies. But it should now open up a ton of new jobs for additional workers. Which is good. How many is that? Does it tell you how? Oh yeah, but yeah, it does tell you how many employees. 46. Not bad as well. Let's see how this goes. So production value is looking solid right now. We just kind of gained so much money. Let me see at this. Look at 10,000 the exports there. We get in 2,400 from the factory right now. Pretty beasty. This needs water. I didn't realize this little section here needed water. So we could have been making more if I realized that needed additional water, boy. So what's we're doing 85 tons of output right now. So we can do with more buildings. That will be a nice little addition to the cause. So let's get a building here. Let's go on these big pulp machine buildings there. We just, we just gotta keep slowly adding to it. That's all we can do right now, is keep slowly adding to it. Transportation. Should we take a look at transportation? I've been thinking about doing like a subway system that kind of runs through and then comes down here and maybe have a stop over there as well. Just so these guys have got like places, ways to get to and from work and whatnot. But that would be quite expensive to do, so I probably won't do it anytime soon. But this is going pretty well. This is going pretty well. There is policies I can do for this area. Improve logistics, increase the storage capacity of extractors and processing buildings, increase the... we'll do that. No, I won't do work safety. Automation, production output key... right, we'll do those as well so we can increase the production output of our whole little forestry area. Whether or not it's going to make us more money, well, it should do with increased output, shouldn't it? So it might be now a point where we need to think about placing more of these little plantations down, but how's the whole... What's this? Oh, the little diggers and tractors. Nice! Guys, this little plantation area is pretty dope. It's pretty dope. So I feel like this is now successful, works perfectly fine. He's going to be constantly making us money. So why don't we take a look at the farming area? So the farming area is going to probably, it's going to use this as the export area. It's not heavily trafficked at the moment, so should be all good. Let's create, or let's set up the highways that are going to go over. So we do, hold on, want to go straight over and up. Bring this one straight down. Connect it up. All good stuff. I didn't realize it was on such a hill as well. So let's get a quick little roundabout in. Boom, 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 and boom, 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 boom. Why have I done that? I've just realized I've done the 2-lane ones when I didn't need to do that. So apparently I can't upgrade them either. That's fine. We're just going to replace them down. I just realized I did that. I don't know why I did that. But there we go. That's going to go up and running. And we need to kind of do the same kind of system we've done up here. So it's probably worth buying the extra area. How much is it? 10,000. And we'll buy this one too. 13,000. So we've got the room to expand. Now, some cars just drove down that for no particular reason at all. So let's set this up then. So we'll have a road that comes... It's a bit too close. There. We'll have a road that kind of goes up to there. Cuts across. And then we can have it... Boom. Like that. But of course... we need the bends. Set some nice bends up. Always adds to the fun. Right, let's get that one in there. This is going to be a tight little bend. Okay. So that's going to be the kind of loop, the same loop we've kind of got set up over here. Like just on a smaller scale, not as dramatic or as big as that area. So first things first then, we need the building for the workers. So let's pull this out. And that building can go straight up here. Bring it down. Make it go this way as well. There we go. This is going to be the production area. So we'll have out by 3, go across by 2, up there, across by 2, up. And then we'll run it down like that. So there where the production buildings are going to be. And we'll update it so you come in one-way systems. There we go. And just to make it a little bit easier for us, go up by 2. There we go. Perfect. So then we'll have the storage buildings. I mean, we still got a room over here to do more kind of... Alright, let me come up to there. Bring that down and connect it there. Alright, there we go. I say we've still got more room here to do more production buildings. Right, we're going to add in the storage. So we'll do the one-way coming in as well. So storage buildings next. And we'll probably only need 2 storage buildings to begin with. But this filters on into the one-way system this way, which will be the buildings that kind of produce the goods into what we are going to want them to be. So up by 2. There we go. By 2. There we go. I'm going to do another 2 as well. That's completely off. Another 2 there, but we'll bring this down by 2 across. And it's where the production buildings, the other type of production buildings, should I say. Right, let's delete that. And let's bring this out. And that up by 1. Alright, let's upgrade that to our one-way building that we're going, road, should I say. Flip it all around. Nice little turn. And then they all then go out. So again, it's a big one-way loop that we got set up. I'm not liking that now. We'll do it like this. So up by 2. Alright, we'll do it like that. And this will be our little farming industry. So let's set up now the roads to take us in and out. We gotta drop down first the main farm building, which is actually smaller than the forestry one. Let's set this up now, paint it all down. Nice and big. Good stuff. We'll do the worker barracks is a lot smaller too. We'll do the zoning, the water and electrical grid at the very end. Maintenance building will drop in. So we got crop fields that can grow crops. And we also have fields that pastures, the pastures that produce the meat. So we'll first go with large fruit fields. So we'll drop 1 there, 1 there. We'll drop 1 there, 1 there. The animal pastures we'll put on this side if we can fit any in. So 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. Now, can we get the smaller ones in? Yes. So we'll do 2 rows of small. And we'll do 2 small there. So then we want to filter that into the storage buildings. So we've got the silos for the grains. And then we have the other one for the barns for the animals. So we'll drop a barn there, and we've kind of run out of money, which it's fine for now. So while we wait for the money to kind of increase again, we'll do some piping work. I mean, we're going to be spending the money anyway now. And we should probably focus on putting the pipes where we need the pipes to go. There we go. So we kind of ran out of money a little bit. We're actually losing money as well. We're getting into a little bit of debt, but we have got quite a lot of high maintenance on some of these buildings. So let's pull out a loan. So take the big boy loan there. There we go. That should keep us going for a little while. So where was we in? We got the barns in. We got the silo grains in. We'll get one in. And then we'll get one of each production building, which you should be able to afford. We've got the slaughterhouse, milking parlour. So this is the one that does the most production output. Yeah. So we'll drop that just there. And then we've got the flour mill, which produces the grains. This is the milking parlour, slaughterhouse, cattle shed, flour mill. Yes. So drop that one over that side. So now we need to make these have the power. Give them the power. Right, run that across. Right, these guys need some power too. How much have I got left? Yeah, we've got enough to get the power where it needs to be. There we go. They should now all have power. And we then kind of set up now our first, well, our very own farming industry. Now, it's going to take some time for that to get set up. So we'll let it run its course. This is constantly making us money. It's also maxed out its maximum level. Now, how many jobs does that now farming area provided for us? An additional jobs. So that should have reduced the unemployment rate now down to 28%. And obviously that will go further down the more, you know, buildings get set up for this area. So hopefully it works out. We need this to produce more garbage trucks to collect more garbage in these areas. But hopefully it should turn things around for us. And then we'll eventually get the transport network in, because they're going to need the transport network. It is so obvious. Right, run last road we're going to squeeze in. It'll be this to this. That to that. But ultimately, all these trucks and stuff are going to make their way down to the export area. So we're going to kind of need to sort out how this junction is going to be working. So first things first then. Get rid of the traffic lights. We'll set it up now then. So if you're turning, you're going that way. That one, you're going that way. This is the one that goes straight on and goes that way. So this road here goes a straight turn. That goes straight on. That one does the right there. This does the turn. This goes straight on. That turns there. So it's only really this one and this, well, this one here that filters everybody in that direction. Just to keep that traffic flowing a lot smoother. Because we have a lot of vehicles going, well, coming in and out, basically. Okay, so this is now up and running. We probably won't see any profit. Oh, okay, we actually are seeing profit straight away. But we'll let it run its course for a little bit, and so we can see then the output and input that we're kind of creating to understand what's going on. So it's all a waiting game again. Wait, is the sawmill not producing enough? I would say some buildings there look like they didn't have enough goods. But we should be Gucci, mate. Gucci. We'll see how things go. Right, we've been letting it run for a while right now, and we're making consistently quite a bit of cash money moolah. The sawmill forestry area, 10,000 profit, doing pretty beastie. I've added a few extra buildings into the farmland area. That's making 4,000, but the production levels are changing all the time, and that's still continuing to increase. So let's do improved logistics and automation as well, see how things change up for us there. Got quite a bit of workers. Now we've got those additional buildings in. What's the unemployment like now? Down, actually up to 33. Interesting. So why don't we build this little subway network that I want to kind of get in and see if that changes the unemployment situation, the jobs going to and from where they need to be. So what we'll do is we'll create a main line that runs round and then straight down to here, and then we'll do 2 lines off it for the 2 different areas. So let's start with this area over here. We'll get the first subway station there, the second one in just there, and then the third one just there. So there's 3 in total. It will make its first stop here, and its second stop just here. So this is going to be 1 route. And we'll have 2 routes coming off it. So I'm going to bother with the bends because it's underground. You can't really see it. Doesn't really matter. There we go. But then again, I could also make it loop, couldn't I? This for like, of this one area. So what if we did a station there, a station there, station here, and it looped around, and then we'll just make 1 direct route come off it, which will be solely for the farming area. Right, this works. This works. Okay, so they're gonna need water in where they need the water. There, there. All the other ones good. Which ones need power? So they're actually all good for power. We'll just need to create that loop from now. So bam, 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 kabam, kabam, bam, and bam. And then we'll do a loop in the opposite direction. There we go. And end there. Sweet. So we got that little direct loop there, which is not too shabby. We'll also make another loop-ish around here. So 1 there, 1 there, 1 here, which is all good. Comes down. We're going to use that one here, and then we'll also create 1 there. Now, the reason for that is, I'll show you right now. So if I can connect these up as a loop, the 2 loops intertwine one another, creating a sweet network. Right, if I bring that up there, so you can interchange through the routes. Right, I kind of want it to be connected to this one. There we go. And then that can be connected there. So this loop takes place like this. Goes there to there, to there. Comes into this one, to this one, to this one. That one, not that one. Straight up there. So if you want to get to certain stops, it might be a possibility that you need to take multiple or both of the subway loops that we have now set up. Meaning more cash money moolah because you're getting 2 trains. How much of a good idea is that? Hey? It seems like a good idea. Now, has that dropped the unemployment? If anything, it's increased it. But then again, we do need to still highly educate the citizens. So, university wouldn't go amiss. We'll drop the university here. Because that will help them out quite a bit. We'll do another high school. And we need tons of elementary schools, don't we? So 1 there, 1 there. We're just going to squeeze 1 in. Over here, maybe. 1 up here. Another 1 there. Right, good stuff. They will now be educated. We have transport networks set up. How many people are using the transport networks? Where is the... There it is. So 351. Good stuff. So workers can go to and from without driving. Not enough buyers of the products, apparently. Not enough raw resources. I don't know how, because we're doing a stellar job right now. There's enough production there. Maybe it's because the trucks aren't getting there in time to when it like runs out, to when it, you know, does what it's got to do. This area right now is also making some sweet cash money moolah. which is doing really, really well. And it's all a huge success. We don't have any dramatic traffic issues. I don't think anybody will use this one. Oh, I'm wrong. People are using it. People are definitely using it. Okay. Many people using this one? I assume they would. Because it's in between the worker barracks and like this area. So this is still making us constant sweet profit. Now we also have the ability to add in the factory for this area, the farming area. So we've got the bakery, which will take everything that is needed for this area. So we'll drop the bakery over here. Boom. Has he got the water? Yep. Perfect. The subway network's just there for any workers. So as more and more people now get educated, they'll take up all the jobs. Highly educated. Wow, we already got that many highly educated people? We must. Holy smokes. And same over here. Yeah. Very good job, everybody. Very good job. So, unemployment then. It's now down to 13% because everybody is freaking educated. How cool is that? It is kind of dope, isn't it? So why don't we up our production? This is our pasture. Not enough buyers for the products, apparently. Pigs. So this building will up the production rate we need for that. The same for this one. Up the production rate. Is there any other types of buildings that we could use for those? No. 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 Everything else is based on combining multiple industries. Is our metro subway network system, Booty, making profit? Of course it's not, Seniac. You don't have enough people to be on it to make the profit. Which is understandable. We're up to 15,000 population, by the way. And just remember, we don't have a single commercial or zoned industry area. So it's probably now worth it for us to give them decent. Where are those buildings? Is this the police station? Yep. Yep. Gone. Yep. Decent services. So can't quite squeeze the hospital in there. So I'll squeeze it there. Fire brigade. Squeeze that building there. Policing. Where can I squeeze this one in? Here. Yes. And death care is good because I was playing around with that earlier. That little bit extra zoning that we can throw in. So they got all the good services they need. We can do like a small little police station here for those guys. Small little police station up here for those guys. This is fire department, I just realised. Police station's here. One over here quickly. Plumbing. Just realised, let me upgrade this to a two-way street. There we go. Good stuff. So, can an industry solely support a residential area or in a city without no commercial or industry, or zoned industry, should I say? The answer is yes. Yes, it freaking can. With ease. It takes a while to get it all set up. I mean, we do need... You can see at this point now it would be worth me having an extra export area, more industry too, for the population we got, because, you know, the unemployment levels are kind of changing all the time. But it works perfectly. It works. I couldn't have wished for it to go any better. I don't think there's any... Is there any harbour or port I can set up to? Oh, yeah, there is. So I could get a cargo harbour over here set up, which would be kind of sweet. So if I set that up there. Right, let's get this underway. So we're going to need a road coming off it then. And we'll take a road directly here. We'll also connect those up. But of course, what's your boy got to do? Bends for days. So one there. One there. And then we'll do a one-way, let's do a one-way industry road just for the fun of it. Like that. So we'll give it its own power supply. We can't give it its own water supply, so well we could, but it'll be like too much to handle. Right, there we go. Another way to export, we'll get the train connected to it. Is that connection fine? Yeah. So those guys have a legitimate way to export their goods. So it's another way to sell products to get more buyers. Vehicles are now making their way down. So hopefully this turns out positive. Hopefully it turns out positive. So we'll give them a few moments to kind of figure out that that exists and then start using it. I wonder, oh, where's it gone? It's over here. I wonder how much this will change. Like, will this get used a lot less? It doesn't really matter to us because at the end of the day we can export it fairly. When is the first boat gonna come? We never know. We will never know. But this is turning out to be pretty dope. It works beautifully. And I'm super impressed. I'm super impressed. Because budget-wise, we're making nothing from offices, industry, or commercial. It's all residential, and it's all industry. It's perfect. It's a perfect, guys. It is perfect. So, right, there is a boat. No, there's not a boat. Is there a boat coming yet? Still no boat coming. I want to see when a boat does arrive. These buildings then should like kind of settle down a little bit with the production rate. Not enough buys for products. That should now change because we got another export route. I mean, I don't know how much it would change in general anyway, just because of how the game is. Like, we don't have any commercial or industry. So I don't know whether it would need all that stuff. I mean, I assume it's going to need all that stuff, but it's functioning fine. We're making some good profit. The city is constantly expanding, so the demand for residential is always there because they have the jobs and stuff. Right, there is a ship now on the way, hopefully. Hopefully, guys, we'll get a ship on the way. But some of those... Oh, see, now it's got rid of their not as buyers. Is gone. What's this issue over here? Well, you had an issue, but it's kind of disappeared. I think they were needing resources, raw materials, but they're now gone. Oh, there's a ship just disappeared. Oh, yep, ships are now disappearing left, right, and centre. Trains are arriving. This is a good little export spot. This is pretty sweet. Guys, it works! This experiment is a great success. You don't need commercial. Or industry. Like zone industry or offices. Works fine. So... unemployment's going to continue to rise because I do need to get like more industry buildings in as the population keeps increasing. But at least we know it works. Public transport, nearly 1,000 a week are using it, which is pretty good to get to and from work. When it comes to traffic, we don't really have any traffic. Just here, because you have this is the only road in for this industry here, which is pretty fine. Health is solid. Happiness is pretty good. Crime is low. Everyone's loving it. What about tourists? We have a couple of tourists, which is funny. But yeah, this place works. It's got rid of all the little problems that we couldn't export the goods. We can now export the goods. Beautiful, guys. Beautiful. So we're going to end it for here, and I hope you did enjoy this experiment. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.